All right, League fans, we are coming at you again with a big playoff implicating match. We have Comeback Kids currently sitting at 4-1 and 0 for 12 points versus Team Vi sitting at 2-1 and 3 for 9 points. We're going to see Comeback Kids starting this matchup on the blue side with Theatrics in the top lane subbing in for Jingle, Silent Taco in the jungle, Bukaki Poro mid lane, OG Cree, the 80 carry, and Violet Sociocat at support. Who we got on the other side of the rift there, buddy?
We have Frontlash in the top lane, Sir Everett's in the jungle, Delone, General Dill in the mid lane, Sadistic and Mirrorman in 80 carry and support respectively.
All right. We're gonna start seeing some
The top
bans
lane,
rolling
Sir
through.
Everett's in the
First
jungle,
ban we got coming in is
Delone,
LeBlanc
General
pointing
Dill
against
in the
General
mid lane,
Dill.
Sadistic and
Or just
Mirrorman
in
in
general, the LeBlanc
80
ban. She's
carry
still
and support
pretty strong.
respectively.
Second ban coming across is going to be the Avern, taking that away from
top
Silent Taco.
lane,
One of
Sir
his
Everett's in
champs that
the
he's really enjoyed
jungle,
playing. We got coming in with some pretty strong success.
General Dill
against
in the yeah, that second ban on Quinn is definitely pointed at Dylan. I've been on the receiving end of that Quinn quite some time over the past 3 years.
Not necessarily though, because I know I was just playing a bro 5v5 where Frontlash got the Quinn and finished like 22 and 7 or something.
Like well, with the lethality, but yeah, that's just a strong champion in general, I think.
Yeah. Let me see a Zach ban coming out against Silent Taco. Not something we've seen him play, but certainly something that he could play. Not a bad ban, still.
I think if you don't know how to play against Zach, it's a good ban. Like, he could just mess stuff up so much.
Right. So what are we thinking about this matchup, though? Like, lane by lane, what is each team trying to look for in their... like, where are we trying to play around, do we think, for each team?
If I know anything about General Dill's team, I know that they're going to play around him, and they're going to focus that mid lane a lot. So it's really up to the Comeback Kids to shut General Dill down. I really think if they can make that happen, Frontlash is good, but I think he crumbles a lot under pressure, and especially I know Theatrics is a good player. He's going to be under a lot of pressure, but if they can shut General Dill down, then I think they can pull it out.
Kind of the Faker effect type thing.
Yeah, I would say a lot of the teams focus the mid lane a lot.
Yeah.
In the LCS, and this is a tactic that could work against a lot of teams in this split. And I think Comeback Kids they just know how to do it. They did it against us.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, their name. We were so far ahead, and we lost that lead to them.
And you're not the only ones who have done that. They're named Comeback Kids for a reason.
Exactly.
I don't know if you haven't been paying attention. The game where I think it came back, I think it was the second week of the season or something. They came back. I think it was like a 10K gold deficit they had or something, and they just rolled with it. So the last.
So it's another mid lane ban.
Yeah, we got the Hecarim and the Lux into a Vi first pick for.
That's strong for them.
And then a Nautilus.
I think they're vastly underestimating Frontlash's carry potential. When he's played champion, he's not as comfortable on. He hasn't really done well. But when he played that Fiora last week, and he's been
I watched that. That Fiora was insane.
I mean, he has the potential to carry. I mean, he pretty much has his pick of the litter now, so we could see him on that Rumble, which he's been practicing a lot, or even on that Fiora. And I mean, he definitely has the carry potential.
We already have Nautilus picked up, which could go support, could go jungle.
Well, Twitch really benefits from aggressive supports, I think, because his expunge or whatever it's called now really benefits from the burst damage from a damage dealing support.
Mm-hmm.
But the Nautilus can happen down there too. I just don't think it's good to blind pick not a support against Violet Sociocat. I just don't think that's smart.
I mean, yeah, you could see the Morgana coming out now from Violet Sociocat and just saying no to everything Nautilus wants to do.
We'll see how that goes.
Malzahar Thresh. So it's going to be the Thresh coming out for Violet Sociocat and the Malzahar for Bukaki Poro. No real chance to flex the Malz to support since they just picked a support also. Well, there's the Alistar.
Okay, so I think that, it's a Nautilus top for sure now, right?
I mean, Nautilus can jungle. It's not necessarily the best on its early clear, but it does have good AoE. It's got survivability. It's got that shield, which helps with the clear. I don't know if it's the optimal way to go, but it could still.
Yeah, very interesting pick and ban phase. They didn't want to hide anything. They're just putting all their cards on the table right now.
I think they're leaving it for potential flex opportunity with that Nautilus. Saying
I
you
think
can
it's
take the Nautilus
interesting that
Trundle.
Violet Sociocount went with that Thresh right away.
Well, it's one of the first times it hasn't been banned against her.
That's true, but looking back at the match history, it's not something that she's been playing a whole lot. That's something that my team had highly talked about a lot, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, Thresh mechanics never die.
Yeah,
so
it's a comfort pick, and it's still fairly strong in the meta right now. And we have the Aurelion Sol coming out from General Dill.
Yeah, that's going to be strong. I've seen that before.
I feel like it's going to be good into the Malzahar too, because the Malzahar's a little shorter ranged, and you can just constantly be popping his passive.
That Trundle against Nautilus, that's pretty good for the comeback kids, I think.
Well, I think that's setting up to flex the Nautilus into the jungle and put front lash on like a Fiora or something. Or maybe even the Rumble.
I mean, yeah, okay. If the Nautilus does go jungle, yeah, you're right. Then yeah, that could be. And the Varus, yeah. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, Kindred. I think we might be seeing actually front lash popping in the jungle. I know he plays the Kindred, doing a little bit of role swapping here. It could be front lash taking the jungle and Sir Everett's
got to be Nautilus top, right?
I would agree. There's no way Kindred top is a thing. And if it is front lash taking the Nautilus, then it'll be another new champion we've seen him play. I think he's of top laners got the most unique champions. I think he only just now in the last series they played repeated playing a champion on the Poppy. So we got a couple new picks that we have not seen yet in the Find Me Alpha LCS with the Kindred and the Aurelion Sol. Team Vi kind of sticking to their guns and picking stuff that nobody else is playing, because we've seen them pull out the Kled, the Quinn, now the Aurelion Sol, the Kindred. They were the first ones to play the Fiora, so they're doing a lot of like innovating with what they're trying to do with some of these team comps. It's kind of fun to watch.
Well, yeah, I'm interesting to see. It doesn't seem like either team has one comp in mind. It just seems like they're playing things that either A, they've practiced recently, or B, they've just decided is just good against what the opponent is doing. Yeah. But based on that pick and ban phase, I mean, I just don't see a strategy there. I just don't know what's going on.
Well, I think one of the biggest things that Team Vi is going to have going for them is they have themselves a fairly team fight comp. The games that they've looked the strongest on, they're just on a good team fighting comp. And I mean, Nautilus team fights very well. Twitch team fights very well. Alistar is a strong team fighter. Aurelion Sol is a strong team fighter. Kindred's the only one in there that's not necessarily the best team fighter, but you still have that possibility to reset a fight, kind of like what Janna could do in a team fight setting. Whereas you got a lot more of a pick-based comp. Trundle, pretty good in pick situations. Malzahar, same thing. Vi, same thing. Thresh, same thing. So it's really going to come down to can comeback kids find those picks before big fights to make it maybe a 4v5 or a 5v4 and get their advantage, so they can be fighting a team fight that they want.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be comfortability at the end of the day on this one. I mean, if that Trundle can get ahead on that Nautilus, although I don't know, I feel like Nautilus is strong at all phases of the game regardless.
I mean, but like team fight wise though, like there's one tank. Well, there's Alistar too, I guess, but you're still playing.
Yeah, you got double knockup. You have Dylan, or you have Aurelion Sol. Like, and on the other side of that, you have picks. You have Trundle can seal someone off. You have Vi can pick someone off. You have Malzahar. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see.
I imagine that the Nautilus will not have necessarily a split pressure late. Because Trundle's gonna just be able. It's kind of like the Fiora thing. Like you might be able to win that lane early as a tank, but if you get to the late game when you have like split pushing's happening, you're just gonna lose that split push, because that's what Trundle's built to do.
Right.
Dude, I'm hyped to see this Aurelion Sol versus Malzahar matchup.
Absolutely, I think it's a good lane for General Dill. I think he's got plenty of tools to pop the Mal's passive before he tries to go in for a stun with his trade.
Malzahar Sol, man.
Malzahar Sol, is that what you just said?
No, I'm not that stupid.
Oh. I mean, you kind of are, but that's none of my business.
It might have been what I said.
We're gonna
I
get
mean,
to
I'm interested to see this Alistair Twitch bot lane. I mean, I might be a little biased here, but Varus, I'm still not convinced he's like top tier, even though everyone says he. I mean, he's not god tier anymore, right?
Well, yeah,
He's
especially
tier
with
1, right?
He got nerfed.
with the Youmuu's nerfs too. That's not
Right.
going to help him at all.
And he's
Whereas
already
Twitch is
such
gonna-
a skill-based champion. I mean, if Alistair can get in there and Twitch can ult, I mean, it's pretty rough for them down there.
Oh, yeah.
But if Violet Sociocat, OG Crimicry can just sit back and farm, I mean, it's really going to be interesting. Every lane matchup seems
Yeah.
pretty varied,
I'm not
except for
sure
top
if-
lane.
I'm not 100% sure if that's what you'd want from the bot lane out of Comeback Kids, though, because ultimately a Varus for teamfight damage is going to be outscaled by Twitch if you're uneven gold. So that's you're in a situation where the bot lane really needs to try and get ahead, especially if Crimicry is going to try and go armor pen. Because if you get behind on an armor pen build, it's so tough to catch up. And I know that like there's jokes about like the damage is still there. It's stupid amounts of damage.
Did you guys notice that they switched?
but-
Front Lash is going jungle Kindred. Sir Everett is going
Yeah,
Nautilus top.
I called
Yeah,
that.
Eric
in
predicted
champ
that.
select.
Nice.
I do my research. I know Front Lash plays the Kindred.
You know, I just don't think Kindred. I mean, I just don't think it brings enough to the table right now.
Well, it's certainly not top tier, but like Kindred's still a champ that if you can get ahead, if you can maybe get a couple, that'd be risky. But if you can get into Silent Taco's jungle and try and disrupt some things and slow down the Vi early game, you can kind of start to edge yourself out a little bit of a lead. And you're an 80 carry, so with a lead, you can deal gold or you can deal damage. You can deal gold, yeah. But it's a matter of if Front Lash can make that happen. And I've never seen him play the Kindred, so I don't know for sure. I don't even know what his playstyle is on it, if he goes aggressive, if he goes farm heavy, but
Yeah, we'll see. Because I mean, I've never seen Kindred be good outside of solo queue. You know, we'll see. I mean, in the LCS, and this is something that me and my team have talked about a lot. It's like the ranks don't matter, and solo queue stuff doesn't matter because it really is a competitive environment. You know, and if you don't treat it that way, your team's gonna get messed up.
Yeah, if you don't respect, I ran into that. I'll be honest. Playing against Team Great, I kind of disrespected their top laner a little bit, and I remember playing against you too because I was playing really aggro on the Shen, and Elucida camped the living daylights out of me. I'm like,
He does that. He does that.
I'm like, all right. So if you disrespect a little bit, whether it's with a champion pick or it's with your playstyle, it can really go south very quickly.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if he can take over on that Kindred, then that's going to be great for them.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I think maybe that's the key. Maybe that's something we're not thinking about. Maybe that's what turns them into a good team comp, and what turns their fights. Just a beastly Kindred coming in the backside. You know, who knows?
Yeah, I feel like at level 3, a Kindred with red buff invading a Vi. What's a Vi gonna do? I mean,
That's true.
It's gonna be tough, and I think it's really gonna also come down to in top and mid, but mostly in top and mid. Which lane is going to be pushing the hardest? And if Dill can get some good pushes going, in mid, which he should be able to, I feel like early on, especially, an Aurelion Sol can outpush a Malzahar. And if Nautilus can outpush a Trundle early, which again he should be able to, he's got a little better AoE clear early. Then you can get lane priority from your top and mid. And then let's say 3 minutes into the game, Front Lash can make an invade for the blue buff or into the blue buff quadrant, and you could see Sir Everett's and General Dill just collapsing with him. I think we could see something like that. Okay. But
I think I'm going to call it right now. I think whoever wins this jungle match is going to win the game. I think if Kindred gets ahead, then it's game over for Comeback Kids. If Vi can get a decent gank off level 3, then it's game over for Team Vi.
I don't necessarily disagree with you. And it's going to come down to can Vi stay safe on her clear to be able to get into the lanes? Because I don't know that we're going to see an early gank necessarily from Kindred. My playstyle in this game would be just to invade and pressure that way, but we'll see. We're not in the game.
That's true. That's true. Speaking of not in the game, yeah, I'm going to put my phone on the charger right now. Be right back.
Yep. All right. So we are getting into the loading screen as we speak. I'm gonna be real with you guys. The stream is probably gonna be into the game before I am because my computer is garbage. But do we think we're gonna see any kind of a level 1 anywhere? I know. I should have mentioned earlier. I always forget to do this. I'm sorry. We also have Fleeing Panda here with us.
Hi.
Yeah. He's not spectating, but he can still provide some input.
Actually, I'm spectating right now.
He is spectating. I lied.
Dude, I want
Those
this Kindred to
pro
go off.
Leona.
And we also have, unfortunately, Gerg7 once again. I know how tired you guys are of him, but he
Good
had
one,
to
Eric.
be here. We needed somebody to stream.
Nailed it.
Yo, I do what I do.
Savage.
Top bands.
So do we think we're gonna see any kind of level 1 here? I not
If we
necessarily
do,
off of
it's
level ones.
gonna be from Team Vi. I think they have the stronger level 1 by far.
I mean, they got the alley pole. They've got Kindred
Nautilus,
will probably
Alistair,
take
Kindred.
Nautilus, Alistair, and Nautilus doesn't have to even take an ability to get CC. He can just auto attack. Like,
I don't think we're gonna see anything. I think we're gonna see some clever positioning level 1, but I think that's about it.
I'm predicting probably just a defensive line.
Sadistic
from
went Fervor
Comeback
instead of
Kids.
Warlords on Twitch.
Well, I like that with the Fervor buffs and the Warlords nerfs. They were kind of
I like that too, actually.
if you read the patch notes, they were saying that like Fervor versus Warlords AD carries makes it really tough on Fervor AD carries to go for trades because all that the Warlords AD carry is going to do is just heal up. I mean, that's what I did. I played Ezreal with Warlords all the time, and oh cool, you want to trade? Well, I have Warlords, so what are you going to do about that? Yo, why is my Fog of War goofy as fuck?
Yeah, it's weird on my end too. Can you control it? Or hold on. I need to learn these controls.
Oh, I think it's just because we aren't actually in starting yet. Okay, wow. Well, that means my computer just actually loaded in real time for a change. I'm shocked. All right, and we
Mine's
are
being weird.
off.
So you might want to start the shoutcasting because mine's like not doing anything.
All right, I got you. We see Sir Everett joking. I start Relic Shield right on Nautilus. Little known fact: if you play Nautilus top lane, the recommended items that you start are for the support Nautilus. I was playing a game with somebody the other night who we played Nautilus top and bought Relic Shield and was like, "Ah, crap! Why'd I do that?" I thought it was kind of funny, but so nothing too crazy happening so far. We do have 3-on-3. There's a ward in this bush that it appears Comeback Kids aren't aware of. So I mean, if we get a good potential, there's a potential for something to happen here. But I think the main source of their pick level 1, the Nautilus, is topside. Has not leveled an ability yet though, and he's roaming down, so we may be able to see something, but it's going to be late. We're already a minute 12 into the game. Yeah, and he's just sitting here to defend the red at this point. So looks like we're just gonna retreat to the buffs and start this up.
What timestamp do you have right now?
1 minute 30.
I'm a little behind.
All right. Well, we'll make it happen. We should also be aware of when Greg's timestamp is because he's the
140,
one that.
41, 2.
Yep. So I'm even with Greg. So we got the blue buff starting here for Front Lash and a red buff start for Silent Taco. Pretty standard. It's setting up though for kind of what I was looking for out of Front Lash, which is around 3 minutes, getting into the jungle and maybe making a play for. I'm gonna play the 3 buff Vi. It looks like Front Lash is just gonna go right to his red, which I like. Take the red, go invade on the blue, and see if you can either catch a kill or deny the first blue buff from Silent Taco. It's gonna be close. Front Lash has not used his smite yet, and it doesn't appear he's gonna need it on this red buff. So we could see it happen. He might end up being a little too slow to the punch though, as Silent Taco's already on the blue buff. But it's still at fairly high health, and it's not going to end up being that route. Front Lash is just going to end up roaming back into what looks like his bot side jungle.
I'm interested to see if Silent Taco is going to opt to go top lane now. with Sir Everett's being really farly pushed out. I think that would Toronto Vi gank opportunity could result in a pretty easy first blood for Comeback Kids. We are going to see this happening right now. He's coming in with the charge. He's charging up here. The movement speed from Theatrics is coming out. Oh, he does miss the charge, but he gets the flash from Sir Everett's. Going to chase him down a little bit, burn a little bit of health. That is an early flash burn from that Nautilus.
And that's one of those situations with Nautilus where at level 2, you usually take the W first. And at level 2, you can decide, well, do I take E next or do I take Q? And if you take Q, your lane's safer for that exact moment. If you take E, well, you have a slow. General way to get out. And we see some plays trying to happen. They're going to deny. Oh no, Frontlash is still going to get the Scuttle Crab in the bot lane, but he's going to end up being on some low health. He gets exhausted. He's going to flash over the wall. Twitch is coming in. We got a flash from OG Kimmercree in, and it's going to be first blood over to Sadistic. General Dill is here. He's got bopping Violet Sociocat for days. We got a whole lot of summoners exchanged and one kill exchange.
Bop-a-da-boo.
Bibbity boppity. That's one of the favorite things for me about playing Aurelion Sol is just running around bopping people.
That was that was a pretty big mistake for Comeback Kids. I think they were trying to make something happen with trying to steal the Scuttle Crab away from Frontlash, but they weren't able to get it. And then Frontlash came back in trying to make a play, which was good because he had double bust. But at that point, Comeback Kids were a little bit out of place because they didn't get that Scuttle Crab, and then they used all their abilities trying to get it, and then they were kind of just out of luck.
All right, I'm back. Trying to pick a good time to jump back in.
we good. All in all, that's going to amount to about a 400 gold lead, which is not too much in the early game yet, but I mean it's enough to really make a difference. If they can find a way to get their gold into these fights. We see a potential lane gank opportunity coming in here from Silent Taco. But I think Sir Everett's is on to it. He canceled the back.
Out of there. You should... How do you guys pull up the farm?
Oh.
Yeah.
And if you push X, you can see gold.
Oh, got it.
All right. And after 4 canceled recalls,
if you push
A, finally actually takes it. So we see after the first blood for Sadistic, he's going into a call. He's taking the first blood gold and really kind of making an investment for the mid game, which I don't necessarily disagree with on a champion like Twitch. Not necessarily the strongest early. So if you can get yourself, I'm not sure exactly what Sadistic rushes on the Twitch, but whether it be the Yomus, whether it be the IE, whatever it is he's going for, maybe even the Hurricane.
He's going for Runons. You wouldn't go double dagger unless you're going Runons.
Oh, good point.
And sorry, how are you pulling up items?
X.
Oh, it should show up the scoreboard, does it not?
Oh.
Yeah, that pulls up gold and stuff.
Hit X.
Oh, hey! Sorry, getting used to this whole
when we
spectating stuff.
When we have to teach our caster how to cast.
Yeah, I personally don't go with Cole very often. On Twitch, I mean, when you're ahead and you don't have enough gold to buy your BF sword or whatever you're trying to go for, then yeah, that's probably a pretty good buy. But it doesn't give you a lot. Oh, we're getting a lot of pings in this river here.
Well, we're seeing Comeback Kids really trying to deny the passive stack for Frontlash and making it's going to be very difficult for him to get in and get this. He does have Smite up.
Oh, we got the good hit. Yeah. Oh, flash out from Dylan.
And so it's just going to be a flash burn from Aurelion Sol for now. My game is lagging out a little bit, buddy, so you might have to take some.
Oh, okay. Well, this is kind of what I was concerned with Kindred. He's not getting a lot of time to farm, and he's not getting a lot of time to invade. He kind of has to be around the team. A big thing with Kindred is support from your teammates to get those stacks on those Scuttle Crabs. If you can't get the stacks from the Scuttle Crabs with your teammates, then that's a lot of DPS lost on your team.
Right. They managed to get that crab.
Yeah, they got that one, which is great. It caused the flash from the mid laner, which I guess it could be worth in the long run if this Malzahar doesn't pressure him at all, which it doesn't look like he's doing. pretty even farm actually in the mid lane.
Oh yeah. Well, that's actually the second stack that Frontlash has managed to pick up. I'm not sure if there were some Kindred traders I was reading about. I don't think
Oh, that
they were
is
on
the second stack.
7.4. I don't think it was on 7.4. I think it was actually on. Oh, I'm gonna hold that thought because we have a gank coming in bot lane from Silent
Yeah.
Taco.
Oh, we get the pulverize. Pulverize is going. The damage from how long a range that Varus is, though, is going to keep that Twitch out from going on. Speaking of, we get a kill up in top lane on that Trundle from the Kindred. Didn't see if he got a stack off that, but if he did, that's really good for him. And he's got double buff.
Now he's going to come down and now
he's getting the he's getting the skull crab too. That's going to be
his fourth stack.
That's this Kindred is doing what Greg wanted. This Kindred's popping off early.
So he's already sitting on 4 stacks at 8 minutes. It looks like it's going to be an Infernal Dragon over, however, the comeback kids. You want to argue the worth? I mean,
it's hard to say. You get true damage on the entire team with the Red Dragon.
Well, it's not true damage. I thought it was just additional ADAP.
Oh, is it?
Well, and then when you get Elder, you get the additional.
I'm not sure how you could possibly argue that Team Vi came out ahead there. I mean, Theatrix is up about 20, give or take about 20 farm with the huge wave he's about to get up there, unless he dies to Scarbrits in the meantime. But he looks like he's trying to turn this now. Chasing him around, gets the pillar up. He's taking a little too much damage, though. Scarbrits does have a huge
doesn't have his ulti.
Yeah, and it looks like Frontlash is coming up here, too, for a gank.
When he's got his ulti.
Trying to make something happen.
Frontlash has his ulti now, so he can.
Oh, there's the ulti there. Oh, Frontlash is coming in, and he gets another kill on that on Theatrix there. We'll see if this Nautilus. It's one thing I've noticed is the Nautilus have trouble farming in our LCS, and it'll be interesting to see how much of an impact that has. But this Kindred is gonna get strong.
Well, because there's your 5th stack coming in.
And then we got another fight going on in the jungle here in the top side. We have the ult from Frontlash now. Bukake Poro comes in and ults the Kindred. Kindred is down. Now it's Sir Everett's on his own with the Nautilus. But we'll see if General Dill can come in. And he ults there on the Silent Taco. Silent Taco goes in with the Vault Breaker and takes him down with the triple kill.
Man, that was so poorly played by Team Vi. Frontlash opted to use his ultimate to keep him alive. The hook's coming in on Sadistic, meanwhile, bottom lane. Oh, Sociopet. Oh, OG Krimakri is going to use the ultimate. They're going to try to chase it down, but they're just going to back out. But yeah, it was very.
That's a big ultimate down there in bot lane.
Sorry.
Yeah, Team. Yeah, sorry. No, go ahead.
But
and we can see an 80.
And that we have the spray and praise coming out now. Is that what it's still called? They changed it.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
I think it's Rat-a-tat-tat.
Oh, okay.
I think Twitch has changed.
OG Twitch player here, guys. You're gonna have to bear with me here. Oh, we have the Kindred coming in the bot lane, but he's been seen by a pink ward, but he goes in anyway. Hook from Valiant Sociocat, still going in from the. Oh, Vi's here too. And there we go. Oh my goodness, that Alistair is gone down from the Vault Breaker combo from Silent Taco, but they're still going in. Bukake Poro comes in, gets the kill on the Twitch. That things are just going for the comeback kids right now at the moment. They're reading everything.
And unfortunately now all the early snowball that Kindred got rolling, Vi's now 4-2.
Yeah, it's
like if there were one champion on that team that you didn't really want to pick up those kills, it's the Vi. Because Vi with gold.
And they're gonna get first turret gold right here. Yeah, and that's what I was concerned with the Kindred pickup. You know, Kindred just doesn't do enough in the competitive scene. You know. It just doesn't do enough when teams are all talking to each other.
Well, and when the way that the meta's gone, it's very much what can kill 80 carries the fastest. And Kindred just another 80 carry when when everything comes to fruition. Like,
yeah, no, you're right. No, yeah, 80 carries can't last for anything anymore.
I just don't think Team Vi is playing very well around the Kindred. But we're doing a gank opportunity coming in for Frontlash down here. Silent Taco is below half health. He does dash over the wall. That's going to be one auto attack, 2 auto attacks. Silent Taco is half health.
That's the ultimate from Silent Taco. The ultimate from Malzahar's coming in, takes him out. Let's see if General Dill can come in and knock this out for him. And you're going to have to take over for me because it froze.
Same.
Oh, and we're back.
I froze too. That was weird. All right.
He's still alive, but yet, you know, the Malzahar minions are just going to take him down. The nerf to Malzahar did reduce the falling ability, but when you're in the jungle alone like that, it doesn't matter.
Right, and at this point now, even like this Malzahar.
Oh, we have a disconnection or leave.
There's the pause.
And there's a pause. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this kind of gives me an opportunity to talk what I've been trying to say, what I've been trying to talk about. I just don't think Team Vi is playing really well around this Kindred. I mean, they had that one gank up at Blue Buff when they had that pick on Vi. It was the 2v1 at the moment. They had Nautilus and they had Kindred there against Silent Taco on the Vi, and they had the kill, but Frontlash ulted to save himself. If he hadn't ulted to save himself, it would have been a 1v1, but because he ulted to save himself, that gave time for Bukaki Poro to get there, and he was able to ult Frontlash and keep him long enough still after the ultimate to get that kill as well. So where it would have been a 1v1 and it would have been beneficial to Team Vi, it ended up being an 0 for 2 because he ulted and just, you know, gave Comeback Kids the rest of the time to get there.
Yeah, now you have a Malzahar sit 2-0 and 5 rushing Codex. You know, it doesn't even need the pressure now. He's
because he's going into that Morello's. He's gonna be able to sustain forever. Okay, I think my client's caught up now. What's the timestamp you guys have? 1250?
1250, yeah. But we're still paused on my end.
Is it 2830 in the pause?
It's 1250 at the pause. Oh, 28, 25, 24.
Okay, yep. So I'm caught up with you guys. I was behind you guys there for a little.
Man, what was that one team that needed like 20 minutes of pause time? God, that was so annoying.
Oh
God,
my
what a fucking
god.
scrub team, man.
Wasn't that
Jesus.
us?
They paused so long that my computer crashed.
Oh, well, we had a pretty long pause too in one of our games.
Yeah, but that was the other team that had that happen.
I remember because like Julio and I were about to go on a play on Frontlash, right? And then we were thinking it through. I'm like, well, this maybe isn't actually such a good play. And as soon as the pause stopped, we just backed off. It was kind of funny. So
can we
we're
talk
looking-
about this Kindred pick just a little bit long? Oh, okay. Looks like we're back in.
We're on pause.
Don't
But
look
yeah,
on
we can still
pause.
talk about the Kindred pick. I mean, it's
I mean, where's the priority for that? I'm just trying to like be in that conversation.
what do you mean? Like,
Okay, so you have the Kindred pick. You want to swap your top laner for your jungler in order to get this Kindred. There's got to be some kind of... What's the strategy there?
maybe when they banned the Hecarim, so Herberts didn't really want to take anything else into Silent Taco's Vi. I don't know, because it was a first pick Vi.
You have Rek'Sai available.
I don't know what Sir Everett's champion pool is really like. I mean, I know he
That's
plays
true.
the Elise because I've juggled against them on the Elise.
That would have been a
and he
great
did
option.
fairly well.
Vi.
So I'm not sure if that's the route. One thing I do know about Team Vi is sometimes they like doing things just for the lulz. I remember us talking to General Dill.
Looks like we got Violet Sociocat trying to make a play on General Dill here. And Silent Taco's down there as well. Let's see let's see if something happens here. We got the pings
I
going.
think
And-
he's respecting it pretty well. And he
Yeah.
still has Ghost and Flash too.
And he's got his
And that-
E or whatever that is. Oh, and we got a kill in
as a
top
result,
lane.
though-
Speaking of distracting, we got another kill in the Kindred here. So we'll see if that
And
plays out.
another stack of his passive, so he's got 6 stacks on that passive.
That's pretty good, but we'll see what kind of damage he can bring to the table late game. You know, if anything, this Kindred can burn down objectives pretty fast.
right.
That should
And
be
with the
talked
Twitch
about.
too, the Twitch isn't an awful objective taker. I'm curious, what's the next Drake? We got a Cloud Drake coming in next, so no Mountain Drakes yet, which will kind of play into that. I was trying to say to that before I was coming in though. I know when we played Team Vi, they banned the Gnar and like against me, and everybody knows that I'm not prioritizing the Gnar right now. Everybody knows that. It's not a secret. But General Dill was just like, we're banning it because it's in his name, and so sometimes they just do things because they want to and for the lulz. And maybe
It looks like this Thresh is still trying to make this play up in the mid lane. Oh, missed the hook,
Ooh,
so
hook
they
is
are crowded around though. Vi goes in. Alistair headbutts it away.
Good
We have
ball.
the Rat-a-tat attack coming in and does a ton of damage. And then Vi also in. We get the ultimate is out from the Kindred, and it just doesn't seem to matter. The Varus range still picks him off. We have the Malzahar ults coming in. Still a ton of damage coming from this Twitch in the mid lane. Silent Taco's going to go down here. and there he goes. And General Dill chases down the Vi for that kill. What a great fight. That Twitch living through that whole fight is the reason why they lost that there. Sadistic still up,
Absolutely.
still dealing damage.
Well, and actually, Theatrix didn't even TP. He just walked into that fight. But if you're in a fight like that and you got a Trundle coming in from top lane and you got a Nautilus coming in from the other top lane, Nautilus is likely to be more impactful. And Nautilus showed up in that fight was really when that turned, I think. Because all of a sudden, there's this big beefy tank that your team just can't cut
You're
through.
pulling out the
Creed-
dragon here. It looks like, no. I don't think that
Creed-
they're going to be able to take this one.
Creed just doesn't have the DPS yet to burn through the Nautilus.
And it was a really good ult from Frontlash on that Kindred. Saved a lot of the damage from Malzahar and his minions.
Oh, yeah.
Coming out from there, and really did a lot for that team. Really surprised to see a Kindred ult actually working out for their team.
General Dill was barely touched that last fight too.
Yeah, neither was. I mean, Twitch was low health, but Twitch lived the whole time too.
Yeah, and good call on the Runon's Rush. That was very correct. Because that's what he's got right now. We got a nice hook coming out of Sociopath.
Oh, and we got the Malzahar ult to seal it the deal. I know that Greg was talking about it earlier. I wish we could see the team fight damage stat to kind of see how much Dylan and Twitch did in that fight.
Yeah, that'd be kind
General Dill.
Maybe that's
Looks
something
like-
that Riot can bring in eventually. Honestly,
Double buff Aurelian Souls, no joke. And we get the kill. Oh, General Dill getting that kill on the Trundle there in the top lane.
This game's really starting to play out kind of like how we were talking, where you got a really strong pick comp coming out of Comeback Kids, and you got a really solid 5v5 death ball coming out of Team Vi. And when we saw everybody kind of group 5-on-5, it was a clean ace. But anytime there's a fight and it's not all 5 members from Team Vi there, the picks are going the way of Comeback Kids because they have the Malzahar, they have the Vi, they have crazy single target lockdown.
Varus.
It's just it makes it very tough for Team Vi to take too many fights if there's not at least 4 people there, you know.
Oh, we get the Violet Sociopath throwing out the
Ooh.
hook, misses. Unfortunately, it
close.
looks like Bakagi Pora is still sitting there. We'll see if he can get the ult off.
His ult's up soon. He doesn't have
Yeah,
Flash or Ghost to get in, but it's up
If he
soon.
ults, he's dead. He's a dead man with that Alistar around.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to talk about this CS difference too. We got
Yeah.
about a little under 2,000 gold lead, and we have an 80 carry with it's 15 CS. But look at General Dill's CS over that Malzahar. You know,
Look how close the gold totals are across the board, though. Wow.
Right. Well, General Dill, I think, picked up a whole lot of gold when he roamed top and got that solo kill onto Theatrix. And we might see another kill.
look at another
onto
gank going on in Theatrix here. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and that Kindred gets another kill to his name. He's got the Zeal. It looks like he's going for. Is he going for Phantom Dancer? We get the. Looks like we get the flash out of the Thresh here from the Alistar Q combo.
I'm guessing that Frontlash is going for Hurricane. I know that's what a lot of people were doing on the Kindred for a while.
Yeah, it looks like the
Because
Hurricane.
especially when you've got a decent amount of stacks in your passive, then you just get some
That
insane
damage buff, yeah.
AoE damage. We may be seeing
Violet
some
Sozi
things out
got
of the
cut out
Rift
by
Herald.
Aurelian Soul here. He gets the and it looks like his balls are going to take her out.
General Dill says, "I got the balls."
He's got all the balls.
Although technically those are stars.
He's got stars.
Oh.
And we got another fight going on here. We have the ult out of Kindred. Looks like he's going to make him live. And, still goes down to the Varus here. And we get Alistar on the other side of that wall. He's just doing work with the Pulverize and the Headbutts. Takes out Bukake Poro. And Twitch just in the backline, still low, but still dealing a ton of damage. They just can't touch him with that Nautilus Alistar around.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing you're looking at right now is the difference between a Varus and a Twitch. Crimacree's playing the Varus well, don't get me wrong. It's just a Varus's teamfight damage is a little bit more circumstantial, especially when you don't have Hurricane yet. And if you're team fighting into an Aurelion Soul and a Twitch, that's so much DPS coming out. It's tough to match that DPS as a Malzahar Varus.
Yeah, Varus, I mean, this is just kind of the state of AD carries right now. If you can build a team to protect them, and it's a lot of work to protect them, they can do a lot of work for you.
Absolutely.
But if you don't, I mean, look at this Varus. Yeah, he's doing work, right? He's 3, 3, and 5. He's okay. He's getting kills in the back line. I don't really agree with his build all that much. Even given the nerfs to lethality, I think he should still go that route.
It's a toss up a little bit early in the patch. I don't necessarily. I think it's more of a team fight oriented build, and I can't argue against him going for more team fight oriented build into this type of a team comp, because you need that DPS. You can't just rely on poking and chunking somebody down to half health, because they have such a good team fight. They could probably win the fight.
But right now, Varus is doing what every AD carry does: gets a kill and dies. You know. Whereas Twitch is somehow living in the backline, dealing the damage he needs to deal, and he's making it happen for his team.
I don't know if Theatrics knows that Front Lash is in this.
Yeah, Front Lash is going to come in. I mean, this Trundle just can't do anything against him. And this is what we were talking about. If he can get super fed, and I know we were worried about it a little bit earlier, but I mean, just look at that, right?
This could be a Baron.
And they're pinging towards top. They're pinging towards top. They're looking to take that top tower. It looks like they're positioning down. They got a fight going on. Vi goes in. Looks like Malzahar's taking takes the pulverized combo from the Alistar and goes down to that Twitch. Now they're going to get that Baron. Yeah. They're going to get top from it too.
Well, this is another stack for Front Lash. Where's he? He's going to be at 10 stacks after this Baron. Good lord. That's gonna be.
I mean, Vault Breaker into that. I mean, I don't know. It's.
See my comment about the goal differences a minute ago. Now check out the goal differences.
Yeah, about
it's
that.
6K, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And they're just gonna run right to this next Cloud Drake. It appears Cloud Drake not a bad Drake for this group, actually. I think.
Yeah, General Dill's got almost a 2,000 gold lead on this Malzahar.
Well, he's gonna benefit really well from double.
Look how fast it kills that dragon. Holy moly.
They don't even need it. They're not even going to need a for the objective control of this game.
I mean, it's solo dragons now until Elder comes up for Kindred. We got the Vault Breaker on the Alistar here. Looks like
he has his ulti.
And we get the hook miss from the Violet Sociocat Thresh. That was a hard hook to try to land.
Yeah, and it's tough to chase that. They don't have any vision past the two that are in. I don't know.
Past a couple of pings in the topside jungle. It looks like they need some wards there.
Theatrics is just not
being behind now. Yeah, their wards. What they really need to do is ward their topside jungle for comeback kids. No wards there right now. When you're behind, you really got to start warding your own jungles.
Yeah, well, and this is setting up for a potential comeback kids comeback, but it's going to be tough.
It is if they ward. I mean, okay, we got the one red there now.
They've got 3 pinks on the map right now. I'm not sure whose they are, but
yeah, they're in the bot side. Which I mean,
there's one top side
now. We should. Well, there's one there. Yeah. Oh, okay, now they're warding up. They're doing it right now. Yeah, they're warding up.
It's Ali. You know Ali's gonna prior. But there's nobody here to hold this mid lane. It's just a Thresh against the world.
And there go. I mean, they're going to be sieging now. They have Baron. Why wouldn't you? You've got a Twitch that's sitting at 5, 1, and 6 with the Rune Huns and an Infinity Edge. You're not going to do a whole lot against that. And you have the sealing off power of the Aurelion Soul. I mean, it's really a good team comp now coming together. Oh, yeah. I didn't see it at first, but yeah, it's pretty strong.
Oh my god! And
we get the fight going in. Thresh is there. Just the damage from the stars from General Dills. I mean, it's insane. It's hard to read, but yeah, look at all those kills, and a lot of those are just half their healths were taken away from the stars of the Aurelion Soul.
You know what a really cool thing was that happened there? We talk about this might be game, by the way.
Yeah, it looks like we're talking about seeing game here.
Talk about tank.
Violent Socio's cat just gets taken out by Front Lash. Oh, the exhaust. Okay.
The Trundle TP.
Trundle TP's in. You know, we got 12 seconds, left, 18, 12. Okay. Yeah, there's not a whole lot they can do here, unfortunately. They just...
It's
We're
just
gonna
be
see a
clean
26-minute game, 25-minute game here.
one of the
Oh.
faster games we've had.
And Violent Sociocat with the revenge kill on General Dill there. That's
Getting
mean-
on the
Yo,
board.
guys, if you guys want to follow along, I'm going to take it back to the first tower. Right before it, 15 minutes and 5 seconds. I'm going to watch that team fight replay.
All right.
So,
Oh, I
Let's see
already-
if I can
already
follow
left
if you
you
look at
here.
the, all right, I'm going to watch that team fight replay.
Okay, wait.
here.
What? Oh, I'm at 15.
So if you
going on
look at
here?
the U thing right before the tower, it's like 15.
Yeah.
So I'm starting at 15:08.
Okay, I'm at 15:08 right
So I'm
now.
starting it right now. So this is
Uh-huh.
this, in my opinion, is where Team Vi kind of took the game. They had a really good team fight right here, and I think this is kind of where they turned the game here.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying towards the end there. If you look, those star orbs from the Aurelian Soul is dealing so much damage to their backline. I mean, how do you? I mean, what do you do there? You go in on him? You can't because there's an Alistair and Nautilus, right?
You're gonna
I mean, I
watch it
didn't
one
see
more
their
time.
team comp at first, but man, what a great team comp coming out from them there.
Yeah, the Twitch and the Aurelian Soul just weren't touched that whole time. They kind of just had free reign. And then by the time that comeback kid thought they might have had an interesting maybe turn, Frontlash just saved his Kindred ultimate. So it was well played.
Yeah, no, well played. I think one of the hardest things about Kindred is his ultimate, and to see that kind of play coming out of that is great.
One of the things I kind of liked, it was as they were sieging down the mid inhib tower right at the end. You talk about tower aggro for a minute, and they had some pretty tanky champs who could tank the tower, and all those champs just started diving on the back line. Well, then Frontlash threw the Kindred ult down, and effectively General Dill was just tanking the tower and became the tank of the tower. It was just kind of fun to see a little bit of a wrinkle in how you can use that in team fights.
All right, guys. So we're gonna take a second break here or two to reset for game number 2.
And get ready to vote for the MVP when you get back.
Oh, that's right. I'll when we get back, we'll get that vote going. So stay tuned.